I support you, my brother from Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Do you know why I support him? He said that we need one army in Africa. We need one currency in Africa. Do you know how he's going to favor Africa? We are going to be a sovereign. And we're supposed to be the world power. There is no other continent that's supposed to compete with Africa in this planet Earth if we really know what we are doing. But we always have weak leaders. That is why we keep on moving backward. How can it be that Africa is the richest continent but still poor? How can it be that everything you need to survive is in Africa? All the natural gas, all the platinum, gold, diamond, lithium, zinc, everything is in Africa. Other people, they don't have it the way Africa have it. So we are the original world power. If we can have our own army is going to be the largest army in the world. Yes, because Africa is the strongest soldier in the world. If you doubt me, look at an African soldier who is 6.5 feet tall with huge body. Look at what he can do. We are the main hero. But because we have allowed ourselves to be captured, not only physical, but in spiritual. Once you stay away from your ancestors, your spiritual reign is dying. Once you abandon your original name, you have abandoned your identity. You have dropped yourself to follow another. You have dropped your name, and that made you a slave. Once you drop your name to take a foreign name, you are slave from that day. You understand? So I support the move of African one continent, one currency, one policy, one army, one parliament. What is European Parliament? What is meaning of European Parliament? So we don't have our own African parliament in Africa. Why? What is NATO? We don't have our own NATO in Africa. Why? What is US dollar? That every other country should use it for trade. Even we now that have the mineral that America don't have are using their own currency for trade. For what? What is euro and pounds? They can use all over Europe. So can I use my naira in South Africa? Can I use South African rand in Kenya? Can I use Kenya shilling in Nigeria? Can I use Ghana cedi in Nigeria? No. So this is 21st century. Every African child is supposed to know, and we all supposed to understand this strategy of having one policy, one economic policy. If we are selling gold $20 in Burkina Faso, that is what we are going to sell in Ghana, in Nigeria. If they want to come and buy gold or another natural resources like crude oil in Africa, they need to change their dollar to our own personal currency, one African currency. We are going to make one African currency. That is what Libya, that is what our great Gaddafi want to do before they unlife him. But they unlife him because the citizens of Africa don't really understand what is happening. There is a lot of gap and difference between from 2011 to 2025. 14 years. 9 plus 5. So a lot have been going on from 2011 till today. It's no longer the same. A lot of things have changed. A lot of people have understand. Before, many people, we don't understand. You understand? So this is the best way for Africa.
Hey, Nigeria wakes up, Africa will never be the same again.
But Nigeria need to wake up. Nigeria need to support our brother Peter for Nigeria. Justice for Nigeria. Change their voting system. Electronic voting. That is what we need right now in Nigeria, so that it can help us to choose our leader. There is no way somebody like Sowore will say, vote for me. and Tinubu will say, vote for me, I will vote for Tinubu, that means I'm stupid. I cannot vote for Tinubu and live somewhere. If you are a Nigerian youth and you sue these two people and you went ahead to vote for this old man that's supposed to live in the last generation to be the president of Nigeria, are you not ashamed of yourself? How can you compare a young leader with old leader that don't even know? If you ask our president to read ABCD from A to Z, he cannot be able to do that, of course. If you ask him to read Nigerian national anthem, he cannot read that, of course. He haven't read it before. Even the old one, even the new one, he cannot read it, of course. He cannot read that, of course. So how can he be the president of collapsing country? In a country that is collapsing. Electronic voting reform. Abromoy, I'm not from England. So anyone I speak in English, you can manage that. I'm only doing them a favor by speaking their language. Because they enslaved us in the past. Africa, are we not supposed to have one language in Africa where everybody can communicate? The way they have their English in the West. So that if you speak English, other of them can communicate. We're supposed to do that also in Africa. We're supposed to have one national language in Africa. We're supposed to have one army, one economic policy, one currency, Afro passport that indicates. Why do we allow ourselves to be divided into pieces? It doesn't make any sense at all. We are the richest continent in the world. We're supposed to have the largest gold reserve in the world. They don't supposed to have it. If we decided not to sell to them, if they say they don't want to buy the normal price, we will not sell to them. At this moment, they have more reserves because of the useless leader we have in Africa in the past. When one person arises, it's easy to eliminate that person. But when everybody arises, it is not easy to put everybody down at the same time. If Nigeria rises, Kenya rises, Ghana rises, all the countries in Africa rise, we can have the largest army in the world. We have money to do anything we want, to buy any equipment we want. If we want F-35, if we want F-16, if we want F-15 fighter jets, if we want F-22, we can easily buy that. America is nothing without Africa. In fact, Europe is nothing without Africa. Our people are all over their industries, working, ship level. Why can't we do the same thing in Africa? Open companies in Africa where people can work the same way they're working in Europe, so that they can come to Africa and we will show them pepper the way they are showing us pepper in Europe.